Welcome to Ruby Thursday. I'm Melissa Wanish. This is Ruby Snack number 26. Active Record Methods includes and joins. A shout out to JZY Ben for suggesting this topic. In this episode, you'll learn the difference between includes and joins, and then when to use includes and joins. They are different. They are not the same. If you want to code along, there's an example at the end of the episode. You'll need a Rails app created with associations. Or if you'd like, you can clone the Ruby Thursday example app with the branch just before this episode. So it'll start you off where the code started. So you can git clone, then that's Ruby Snack 25. You can do just the single branch at the repository listed there. Joins. This is taken directly from the documentation on API doc for the active record query methods. And it says that joins performs a joins on arguments. Joins is a SQL task, and for this particular method, it uses the inner join unless you tell it to do differently. So, for example, user joins posts will select users from users that joins the posts table on post.userid equals users.id. So it finds all the posts that belong to each user. Now, includes is somewhat similar, but it's a little different. Joins is considered a lazy query, whereas includes will gather everything you need. So includes args public, right? It's specify relationships to be included in the results set. It allows you to access the attribute of a model without firing an additional query. This helps if you need to access the attributes of a related table. Again, you can use this link to check out more about includes. So there's really one main reason you would use joins versus includes. You would use joins when you don't need to access the association's attributes, and you would use includes when you do need to access the association attributes. That's really the main difference. Let me show you a few examples. For both of these examples, we're going to be using the Starship index view and the Starship's index action. And I have actually included a few seed files if you clone the repository, and it sets up a Starship with a few crew members and a few holodeck programs. So for the example, we're going to find Starships that have a Robin Hood holodeck program. One of my favorite episodes is when Picard plays Robin Hood on the holodeck. So we're going to join with Starship the holodeck programs where the holodeck program title is Robin Hood, and we're going to collect all of those. To show that, we're going to say Starships with Robin Hood, HP each do Starship, and we're just going to need the starship.name. Because we're not doing anything with holodeck programs, we're just showing the Starship that is associated with a holodeck program with that attribute. Opening up our text editor, let's go into Controllers, Starships Controllers, and now we will add that additional query to our index action where it finds all those holodeck programs named Robin Hood. Now we'll go on down to the index view and add in to show which starships have that holodeck program. Now, I've already started up the server, and now I'm going to navigate to the starships path. And you see here we have a listing of the USS Enterprise. Now for our includes example. We're going in the opposite order where we will first edit the index page to add a listing of crew members for each starship. Now if we left it simply like this, it would work, but if you have lots and lots and lots of records, it could be fairly slow. So I'll show you what the server is doing, but then we'll go in and change starships to say Starship includes crew members all, and I'll show you the difference. Okay, back in our text editor, we will add the column for crew members, and then we will add the listing of crew members per starship. Now let's refresh, and it shows the 3 crew members I had in my seed file. Now let's open up the terminal and look and scroll all the way up to see where it loaded these things. So it loaded the whole page in just a little bit of time, 1.9 milliseconds. And then active record was pretty darn fast, 0.7 milliseconds. Now let's go in and make that change. So let's say Starships includes crew members all. And we'll refresh again. And you see it's the same. It works just fine. and then we'll see that it loaded it a little faster as far as the page goes, but Active Record was actually a tiny bit slower. Going back to our previous query, you can see that it was going to load the crew members for that specific starship. If we had had 2 starships, that crew member line would be listed twice. Now I'll scroll back down to see that this time crew member load, you see, is a different color because it would have loaded crew members for each starship in one query. So it would have been just one line there. So you can see how it would be a lot faster if you have lots and lots and lots of records. I challenge you to go ahead and try that out. Try it on an app that you have and maybe create a whole bunch of seed files or a running app that you have on a server and you want to just see the difference. I encourage you to do that. Thank you so much for watching this Ruby Snack. If you are not already on my mailing list, head on over to rubythursday.com to sign up. You'll get more awesomeness in your inbox. If you are not already subscribed on YouTube, click this big red button and sign on up so you get the videos just a little bit before everyone else. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks again for watching and see you soon.